Happy Sunday, y'all. What y'all got going on? Can y'all hear me? Happy Sunday, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Child, it's a slow Sunday for me. I ain't doing nothing. What y'all got going on? Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. Y'all, I need to get up, get myself together. I had my coffee. And I said, well, let me get on here and see what my people doing. See what y'all got going on. It's nice outside here in Atlanta. Yesterday I went to Taste of Smyrna. It was really good. I had a good time. Y'all shut it live. I'm doing some different. I'm streaming from my phone on Stream, y'all. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Child, I don't even know where I see the comments at. Man. Yeah, I'm still laying down. I had me two boiled eggs, a bagel. I upped up on my protein. I think I lost about 5 pounds. I'm feeling a little light. Feeling a little light. Nah, I don't know, but I'm thinking I lost a little weight. I'm feeling a little light. But what y'all got going on? What y'all got going on? Y'all tell me, I'm trying to see y'all. I am trying. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I think I got a comment. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Baby, I messed around and figured out how to go on StreamYard. It's over. And I can see the comments now, too. Baby, it's over. Baby, I figured this out and I ain't had, and I look, and I ain't had to ask Samantha to help me. Hey y'all. You okay, you and I see your comment too. Hey. Child, yesterday, y'all know I was supposed to go on Patreon, but baby, I tell you yesterday, honey, I had a day. I got up when I got my nails done. I just had a good day, y'all. It just feels so good. And I know I keep saying this, you know, but it feels so good just to do me. I got up yesterday. I had coffee. I kind of got myself together. I put my individual lashes on that I ordered from Amazon because we're not paying $200 no more to get our lashes done. Come on, people. Yes. I hope the people come in. Shut a live for me. Because we not paying to. Can you hear me real good? Let me make sure I'm not covering the mic up. Because we're not paying $200 no more to get our lashes done. And then y'all, I couldn't. It had got to where my anxiety was so bad with menopause that it was difficult for me to lay down on my back for like 2 hours to get my lashes done. Although I love them, but I just couldn't stand laying there for 2 hours. And then she would have to put the fan on me because I would start to have hot flashes. And it was just a lot. I was uncomfortable and I was squirming. So I was like, but then baby girl learned how to do her lashes. And then she taught me how to do them. So now I order a certain brand off of Amazon and the glue. And when I tell you, you can't tell the difference, baby. So yesterday, before I left to go get my nails done, I sat down and I put my lashes on. So I put my lashes on. Then I went and got my nails done. I went to the city, rode down Peachtree, down Nesto Old Stomping Ground. Went to and then I came back up and went to Taste of Smyrna. And it was really nice. I stayed out there with one of my YouTube sisters. We stayed out there and we ate and I said, and I just had a good time, y'all. And I think that's what it's all about. I think it's all about just having a good time, just being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it and not have any restriction of anybody else's time, what they want to do, where they want to go. And I think that's what's important, right? Just doing what I want to do. Friday night, I didn't do anything. Friday night was a slow night after I got off work. I took a walk Friday evening. I did my walk Friday evening. I watched movies on Netflix. I fixed me like a protein bowl. I had shrimp. I had lasagna beans. I had cilantro. I had sweet potatoes. I had purple onions, and I had brown rice. And I just really enjoyed that. And then I fixed me a probiotic mocktail with some hibiscus tea in it. And when I tell you, so Friday, I had a good night. I had a good chill night Friday with my protein bowl. And then Saturday, I finished, I planned my calendar out for September. I finished planning my calendar out. Yeah, I got a planner with stickers in it. And I'm just loving that. Like I plan my calendar out, then I put stickers, like if I have a sticker for appointment, and then I have like a nail sticker for a nail appointment. I think I ordered it off of Amazon, the planner. But I have a digital planner. I have a hard copy planner and I have a digital planner. And I like my hard copy planner, but I like my digital one as well. It's on my iPad. So I kind of like plan my month out. I'm finished with all my appointments and stuff, like my physical and the dentist and all that stuff. So I don't have to do none of that until next year. You all make sure you get your checkups, your mammograms, and all that good stuff. So I'm finished with that. So I kind of just plan my fall calendar out. So I got my nails done. So I'm gonna go get a pedicure. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out when I want to go, but I need to go get my toes done. And the big thing, y'all, y'all, I gotta start taking these braids out my hair because I got an appointment Saturday. So here's the thing. Now I work from home 5 days a week. But on Tuesdays, we have a huddle and we have to turn our camera on. And then this Friday, we have like the uh, big meeting, like with all the departments on Friday, and we have to turn our camera on. So, what I figure I'm going to do is, I don't get my hair done till Saturday. So, I think I'm going to start taking the back. I usually start in the back. So that way I can put, like a band on or I can put a hat on. You won't see, you won't be able to tell that all the back is out. But I'm gonna start taking the back out today. I'm gonna start working on it. So by the time Saturday get here, my hair be washed and colored and I'll be ready to go get it redone. So I gotta do that this week. But other than that, y'all, it's gonna be a nice little week. It's gonna be nice and quiet and just doing the stuff that I want to do. Fall has set in. It's about 70 some degrees here in Atlanta. I stepped outside with my morning coffee on the patio for a little while. Then I came back in and watched church on YouTube. So I was like, well, let me get on, see what the girls are doing, chat with the girls. Cause I missed Patreon last night. I was so tired, y'all. Cause I walked around Taste of Smyrna for a minute. And then after that, after I left Taste of Smyrna, and see, that's why I keep saying, I'm not tied into nobody else's schedule. I said, well, let me run by the mall because they had their aerosol sprays on sale yesterday, $3.50. And then I had like some rewards for 20% off. So I ended up getting like seven of the aerosol sprays. My favorite one is Laundry Day and Mahogany Teak Wood. And so I ended up getting like seven of those for like $12 because I had coupons. So I did that yesterday. And then I came home. I had a barbecue brisket and fries at the Taste of Smyrna. That was like my thing that I like to get. They didn't have the turkey legs, y'all. I was so pissed off they didn't have the turkey legs. I was like, man, they didn't have the turkey legs. So I ended up getting some brisket from this place called Williamson's Barbecue. They have pretty good barbecue. And they're not anywhere close. They're kind of like maybe like 20, 30 minutes away from me. So when they be at the Taste of Smyrna, I always get their brisket. So I had that, and then I got hungry a little bit later on. So I had another protein bowl last night. So I'm trying to build up my protein. That's the key to losing this menopause weight is protein. So I had like a ground turkey bowl with more kazanza beans, peppers, onions, and sweet potatoes in it. So I had that for dinner and more water, and another probiotic drink. So today I'm just laying here. So I'm trying to decide: do I want to go take a walk, or do I want to? Of course, I'm gonna do my skincare routine. I'm gonna do a face mask. I do a face mask on Sunday. So I think I'm gonna do a rice face mask. I got all my Korean products from Marshalls. I keep telling y'all to go to Marshalls to get y'all products. Okay, go to Marshalls. What you said? What store was that? Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works had a sale on all of their body not body sprays, aerosol sprays, house sprays. When I tell you those sprays are intense. Now the candles I stopped buying because I heard a lot of bad reviews on the candles. And I know all the girlies love the Bath and Body Work candle sale. And I was one of them girls. I would get up, y'all, like the national when they would have their annual candle sale. I would be in line. They would open up in the mall like at 7, and I would be in line at 6 to get all the candles. But y'all know that baby girl is an epidemiologist. She's a scientist, and she started to find out stuff about Bath and Body Works candles. And she was like, "Mom, you really don't need to burn those candles in the house. You need to find a soy-based candle." So I left Bath and Body Works candles alone. Maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago, I stopped buying them, and I get sand and fog candles. They're a soy-based candle. I get them from Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They're better. Soy-based candles are better than to burn. So I stopped getting Bath and Body Work candles, but I still do use the aerosol sprays, which is probably not that good, but they're not. I'm not spraying them all the time, but they are so intense. And when I tell you they smell so good, now my favorite scent from Bath and Body Works is the mahogany teak wood because it reminds me of a man, and I like for my house to smell have a fragrance of a man going on in here. So I have gotten those, and then I stopped getting the wallflowers as well. I get the natural Airwick oil plugins from Amazon. So just trying to cut back on all the toxics, that goes on in the house. But I did stop by to Bath and Body Works and get those yesterday. So, because I had coupons and they keep sending me coupons. So it was like, okay, well, just let me go. But yeah, I stopped getting the Bath and Body Work candles like a year and a half ago. And I just get the sand and fog candles because they're soy based. I get them from TJ Maxx, Marshalls. They're like $7.99, and then they have the huge ones for like $12.99. They burn even. They smell really good, and they're perfect. And they give out. I got them in every room. So those are the candles I've been getting. So I don't run to get the Bath and Body Work candles anymore like I used to, because they said that they're they're really bad to burn. That's the thing. And I've heard it over and over again. I know a lot of things are bad for us, but when then you can do better. So, and you can opt not to do things that you just got to pick your poison, you know? So I went and got the sprays, and I like the sprays because I keep one in every room. And then I also keep one in like my tote bag that I keep in the car. I keep like an emergency bag in my car. So I keep them in the car as well. And then also, too, last week, y'all, I finally cleaned out my garage. I kind of got all my seasonal stuff kind of together. Like I got my Christmas stuff in one section. I got my fall stuff in one section. And I got my tree. I'm thinking about getting another Christmas tree. Hobby Lobby has their Christmas stuff 50% off, y'all. I was in there the other day. So if you all need Christmas decor, Hobby Lobby has their stuff 50% off. So y'all can go get it. Go get it. Hey, how you doing? Call me, darling. Let me see what y'all saying. Good morning. Bath and Body Work candles. Could happen. Yeah, they say they're not good. I had to stop using them. Yeah. Yeah. Sandoval I used. Yeah. Yeah, they were saying that Bath and Body Work candles. I heard a lot of people were saying that they were giving them headaches. Yep, a lot of people were saying the candles were giving them headaches. So I don't know, but I stopped buying them though, y'all. So yeah, we just talking about having a slow Sunday. If you hadn't got up and went to service, I usually watch service on YouTube. I watch Bishop Bronner, which is here in Atlanta, and I also watch Jamal Bryant too. He's here. So I just had a slow morning, had my coffee, two boiled eggs, a bagel, trying to boost up on this protein. And just came back. I have like a bed tray, that I have like if I want to have my coffee in bed, my breakfast in bed, just romanticizing my life. I think that is very important that you romanticize your life. So I had a slow morning and I had breakfast in bed. I watched TV and just relaxing, until I decide what I want to do with the rest of my Sunday. I am going to do some skincare because that is important. So I'm definitely going to do that. I haven't decided what I'm going to have for a early dinner or a late lunch because it'll be one or two. One or the two. I might have some pasta and chicken. I have some whole wheat, high protein pasta that I can have. So I may do some pasta and chicken and some veggies. Maybe. I don't know. Or I may go to Kava. I may go to Kava. I haven't decided. But just taking it slow, just doing the things that I want to do. And I think, that's one great thing about being single. I ain't gotta base my schedule around somebody else and doing what they want to do all the time, which is nothing wrong with that. Having a significant other is nothing wrong with that. But the sun is shining, so I pull my drapes back. I'm letting the sun come in. I'm just having a slow Sunday morning. And I hope y'all are having a good Sunday morning as well. Just doing the things that you like to do. Let's see. I also do summer pots. Okay. And use clear pots and put them. Oh, wow. I like that idea. and that's all natural. Okay, so you put it in a pot and like simmer it on the stove, call me darling. Yeah, I'm gonna get me one of those clear glass pots and put some lemon in. I'm gonna order me one from. Did you get yours from Amazon? I'm gonna order me one. I'm gonna put it in my cart. And y'all, that's another thing I've been doing this morning. Up here putting stuff in my cart on Amazon. I've been putting stuff in my cart because I want to change the draperies out in my bedroom. I was like, I want some. I don't know if I want to go with a cream ivory or I want to do like a burnt orange for fall. So yeah, and okay, you got it from Amazon. I'm going to put one in my cart. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Okay, so you simmer it on the stove. Okay, I gotta remember what you said. Put in it. I'll ask you again if I forget. I'm gonna start doing that now. I usually do that around the holiday times. I use apples, cinnamon sticks, and oranges. So I'm gonna do that too. That's good. So that's natural and it's better for you than all of those plug-ins and burning all of those candles all the time. Yep, that's natural, more natural. And it carries all throughout the house. So I'm gonna start doing that too, call me darling. Thank you. I appreciate you reminding me because I remember seeing people do that on Instagram and TikTok. So I'm gonna start simmering me. I'm gonna get a glass pot. I'm gonna order one today. I sure am. Thank you. I appreciate that. I put all my fall stuff out. And I don't do a lot like I used to do, when I was in the marital house. I used to have fall everywhere, honey. But I put a couple of pumpkins on my entryway table. And then I have some pumpkins set up on my table setting on top of the bar. And then I have a pumpkin in my room, a pumpkin in my bathroom. I have a pumpkin in the living space. But that's and my wreath and my mat outside the door. And I'll probably do a short reel to show you all my decor and put it on my short on YouTube so you all can see. But I haven't did a lot. Y'all did a lot of decor for fall. I just hate taking that stuff down. So I haven't did a lot. I don't know if y'all have done any, but I haven't did a lot. I just sprinkle here and there. But for Christmas, now I'm gonna put my tree up. Christmas, I'm gonna do it. I think I want me another tree. I think I want me another tree for Christmas, and I'm gonna sell this one on Facebook Market. Yeah, I sell a lot of stuff on Facebook Market, and you know who buy it all the time? Who really buys a lot of my stuff on Facebook Market? I kind of got like a little store on Facebook Market. And I have sold so much stuff that I had from the house, but Hispanic people buy my stuff a lot. They buy a lot of stuff. And when they come to buy it, their husbands come with them and they pay for it. I've sold a lot of stuff to a lot of Hispanic women. And when they meet me, their husbands be right with them and they pull the money out and they pay for it. Okay? I said, I know that's right. Bring your man with you and have him pay for your stuff. Yep, they buy a lot of my stuff. Yes, they buy a lot of my stuff. What y'all saying? Do you do? Okay, do you do a color tree? I do. It's green. I do green, and I keep it basic because all my colors are neutral. So it's like green, and it's like um gold and cream and silver, but it's green. But I want a flock tree. I really want a flock, but that flock is a lot. I had one. I had a smaller flock tree when I had a smaller place and I sold it and I got a bigger place. And this tree is about 6 feet or 7 feet, but I really want me a 8 feet tall tree because I kind of got my windows are kind of to the ceiling in here. So I could probably easily do a 8 foot tree. So I might see what Hobby Lobby has doing Black Friday. And I'm really thinking about getting another tree. I got this one from Walmart. But I lost the little screws to go in the stand to hold it. And I don't know. I might be able to find some more for Amazon. But yeah, I have a green tree. I love Christmas. Y'all, Christmas is my favorite time of the year. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start watching my Christmas movies on Hallmark. But Christmas is my jam, baby. I love me some Christmas. Oh yeah. So yeah, y'all. I'm just enjoying my day. Oh, you're in the middle of redecorating your apartment. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Navy gold and cream, call me darling. Oh, that's real pretty. That's real pretty. I had a my dining room in the Merida house was navy blue. I actually painted the walls navy blue, and then I had like that dark mahogany wood furniture, and it was navy blue, cream, and gold too. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty. That's real classy. That's classy right there, baby. Yeah, I like that. That's classy. So yeah. Call me darling. Is it getting cool in New York? Is the weather getting cool? So I'm really thinking about coming to New York. Now that the planes seem like they ain't settled down, Delta ain't having that many problems with the planes. I'm really thinking about either going to New York or Miami. I haven't decided, but I'm ready to go somewhere. So, but yeah, y'all, I just wanted to jump on and say hey to y'all. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday, a good slow Sunday. What y'all now? Let me ask y'all something before I go, cause y'all know I got to gossip. What y'all think about Young Thug and all them tapes being released? And y'all, you know what I thought when I heard? I was like, man, they doing Young Thug like they were doing this though, releasing all his tapes. Why do people keep talking while they locked up? I don't understand that. Okay, 73 all week, so it's gonna be nice. We have green because it's our favorite. Okay, it's free. Okay, okay. I used to get a live tree years ago. That's how we used to get when I was married. But what y'all think about Young Thug, y'all? What y'all think about Young Thug get? Baby, Young Thug telling all the business. He's so sassy. He like a little woman. I think they trying to set that boy up. I really do. I think they trying to set him up, child. Young Thug has always been sassy. I'm not shocked. He is talking. I said that boy won't. He and did a whole interview talking about Lil Woody allegedly had Lil Woody and Sean and unalive somebody. And I'm just like, boy, will you shut up? You know what? That's a demon. You what he trying to do is trying to get them to all go against each other and start killing up each other. Cause that boy doing a lot of talking. He really he doing a lot. He doing too much talking. I'm like, what is he doing? He all on the phone talking about how somebody look with his little ugly self. He got the nerve to be talking about how somebody look. I'm like, Thug, come on now. You come on now. He doing a lot of talking. I said, Lord, he ain't gonna never shut up. He just talking. He is just talking. And then the girlfriend, Mariah the scientist. Such a nice looking young lady. And y'all, that just goes to show you as women, we don't realize we deserve better. Now, even he said, y'all leave her alone because the call leaked where he said that he had cheated on her prior to going to jail. And so those calls have been leaked. So he telling us, y'all leave her alone. I'm sorry, baby. You deserve better than this. When a man tell you you deserve better, you better listen to him. If a man tell you I'm sorry, I apologize, you deserve better, you need to realize you deserve better and leave him alone. He ain't told you you deserve better than me. Why are you with me? He telling you I ain't gonna do right by you. That's your sign and clue to leave him alone. If a man tell you I'm sorry, you deserve better, y'all leave him alone. Leave him alone. Okay? Leave him alone. That is your sign. He trying to tell you I ain't no good for you. I ain't gonna act right. I ain't gonna never act right. I ain't been acting right. And you need to move on. Always a cheater and gonna be a cheater. And I ain't gonna never respect you. Y'all listen to him when they tell you that. He told her you deserve better. He keep apologizing to that young girl. And I don't know, I don't listen to her music, but from what the young folks say, they say she a pretty good artist and she got it going on. She's gorgeous. And why in the world would you want to kick it with somebody like him? That just goes to show you that our pickers, we can be very attractive, beautiful, have everything going for us. But when it comes to deciding on who we want to be with as a mate, we it's just off. And from my understanding, she comes from a good family, which means nothing. But why in the world do you want to keep messing around with this young man and he's telling you you deserve better than me? He's telling her you deserve better than me. And he keep cheating on her. Now you taking women to your condo and the women taking pictures and the pictures leaking out. How many times you gonna keep letting somebody play with your health, play with your top, play with your mental health, play with your emotions, play with you physically, before you realize that this is not my person? And one thing and two things I know for sure, y'all. When God and your ancestors don't want you to be with somebody, it's always gonna be something. It's never gonna be any peace in the relationship. When God and your ancestors do not want you with somebody, it's always gonna be something. You ain't gonna never have no peace. And I'm speaking from experience. It's gonna be something. You're gonna have problems in the relationships. You're gonna have problems outside the relationships. And at some point, you're gonna be like, Lord, what is it? Why do I keep going through inside and outside? Because God is trying to shake you and let you know this. I ain't approving of something that you got on going on. I am not in approval. And I know that firsthand. Y'all, when I tell you I was having all kind of problems on my jobs, I wasn't feeling good. I was just having problems. As soon as I left that bad marriage, man, man, my ancestors and God was not pleased with me being in that relationship, in that marriage. I'm telling you, things turned for me. As women, we got to realize that sometimes it is just not our person. And I think that, and stuff keeps coming out about Thug and their relationships. And she keeps forgiving him, taking pictures with him and all the baby mamas and the children. And I'm like, canceling her concerts. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. And I just want us to do better. I think maybe into some kinky stuff that he's into. Best way to keep, yeah, knowing, staying together. It's something. It's something that's going on that why she want to be with him. I'm like, girl, leave that boy alone. Leave him alone. He even admitted to rappers he be messing with. Yes. Did y'all see how he kissed the one? Who was that? Ghana on the cheek? And then he talking about allegedly he did so much for Ghana. The, the rap, I don't know if I'm saying he's saying it right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Saying that he bought his mom and them a house, helped get her house, got them an apartment. He just sassy. Young Thug is too sassy. Yeah, Ghana. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I'm like, he boasting and bragging about what he's done for everybody. And, I don't know what is going on with Thug. I don't know what he trying to do. If he trying to stir up some trouble between all of them. But Shannon and Kayla about to have their baby boy. They had their ghetto baby shower. So she about to have her baby. Woody and his young lady, she's cute. Cute as she can be, pretty girl. They about to have their baby. And so if I was Woody, I'd get the hell out of Atlanta. I really would, because from what Young Thug allegedly saying is Woody was behind everything. I mean, when I tell you he attaching Woody to all the foolishness, if I was Woody, I'd get the fuck out of Atlanta. I'd take me and my kids and get the hell on. I wouldn't even be around here, y'all. I wouldn't. If I was Woody, it's time for Woody to get the hell on. It really is. Because it's too much. He's been mad at the since. Okay, from the YSL stuff. Yeah, and so he did a whole interview. And I was like, is this recently? Young Thug and sat down and did a whole interview. And he on probation. So allegedly, they don't know who releasing the calls. But I tell you, it's reminding me of Nesto. Then Nesto ain't got indicted. Nesto ain't getting out. Nesto trial is November 12th or something. I think it's November 12th. I'm going. I will be there. I am going to the Nesto trial. I will be there. As a matter of fact, is it November the 12th? Let me know so I can take my day. I'm taking me 2 days off because I'm gonna need a day to recoup just in case they start some bullshit and it go, I want to make sure I'm taking me 2 consecutive days off. I will be at the Nesto trial. I am going to the Nesto trial. I will be down there. Okay, I am not missing it. I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna park in the garage. I already know the deal. Get there early, park in the garage. I'm gonna wear me some flats. Ain't gonna take a lot. Take me a little crossbody because I don't want them people going out through my stuff and I gotta go through security. I'm gonna go down there and be real comfortable. Get there early because I want me a sit. I want to be able to sit behind Nesto or catty corner so I can see his facial expressions. I want to make sure I have a good view of everything. Of course, I can't record a film, but I can come back and tell y'all what I heard. And I can take notes. And I take good notes. So, Miss Fee and the Seven Nicole and Fifi show will be at the Nesto trial. For sure. For sure, baby. I will be there, honey. I am not gonna miss that. I am not. Baby, I'm taking me some time off. I got plenty of time, baby. I'm taking me some time off. I will be there. And you know what, y'all? I told my other YouTube sister, I said, God dog it, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go down there and see this trial. I am so invested because we've been talking about this for the last few years. And he getting ready to go to trial. I don't think Sonya gonna be there. I think Sonya on the road with the baby. And I heard the call when she got sick. Sound like she might have caught the C. Sound like she might have had the C. With all that coughing. Sound like she might have had the Rona. So I don't know. I don't know if she gonna be there, but yep, I will be at the Nesto trial, y'all. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I'm fully invested in the trial with Nesto. Oh, she said she was coming. Oh hell yeah! So you said she was coming, man. I'm gonna be there. Oh yeah, I'm being there. I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely coming. I'm gonna be there early. If it start at 9, cause parking fill up early in that parking deck, and I don't want to go all the way up to the top. So I'm gonna be there early, and I ain't nothing but about I ain't maybe 20 minutes away. So yeah, I'm gonna be there early, honey. Oh what? Okay, y'all. So we're gonna have some good content. We're gonna have some good content. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because some I'm gonna share over here and some I'm gonna share on Patreon. What I can share over here, I'll share. And then some I might have to share on my Patreon. But I will. Y'all been saying you going to the trial. I am going to the trial. Let it be known. I don't know if baby girl going. I don't know what she might have going on. But I'm going. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm putting my time in tomorrow. And I'm going down there. I'm going down there for this. For this. I ain't finna miss this. Cause we know I know he not getting out. It's just how much time he gonna get, you know. And we gonna see. We gonna see. It's just how much time he gonna get. You know, he got that number one charge everybody allegedly get in Atlanta, and that's identity fraud. That right there get you some time alone. So yeah, but it seemed like a lot of content creators say they gonna be here. I don't know about them, but I am gonna be there. And I'm gonna bring y'all whatever I can bring y'all. I'm sure Penny Pam might come. So yeah, y'all, we only got what, a month? Less a couple of months before the trial. So I'm fully invested and see what's gonna happen. With Nesto. We know he ain't gonna get out. And I think Shirley gonna probably have to come back. The motion was denied to suppress. So Shirley did her big one with that. Shirley said, I don't know them fault. I ain't get permission for none of that. I told him not to get that truck. And one thing that I want to say about that truck, y'all, everybody was like, well, how did he go down there and get the truck without Shirley? How did he go down there and get the truck without Shirley? Well, that dealership, y'all, it's an African owned dealership. Nesto probably knew that man, okay? Nesto probably had a prior relationships with them people. Nesto probably taught them people, well, my wife, she busy, she working, she can't come down here. It's cool, y'all. Or he could have had somebody down there acting like she was Shirley, which I doubt because everybody know, in our age, know Shirley. And everybody around here pretty much heard of Shirley Strawberry. But he knew them people because I don't know how he at no other dealership. Y'all, when I went to go get my last car was in my last marriage name. It wasn't in my current last name. Them people thought I was committing fraud at that Lexus dealership. They told me I had to go get, now I'm divorced. They told me we need your marriage license to see when your last name changed from this to this. They thought I was committing fraud. They would not close out my financial stuff until I proved to them that I was who I was, because it wasn't matching up. What they had on the car and my driver's license wasn't the same name. And they told me, you need to go get it. I said, I gotta go. I've been divorced for almost what, 5 years, 4 years now. That man said, I do not care. You need to go get a copy of your marriage license. And we need to see when your name changed from this to that. So I don't know what Nesto did. I'm thinking personally, he knew those people at that dealership. He had to have known them people, y'all. He had to have known them people. He had to. I think he had. Yeah, a major dealing with the dealership. I think so too, call me darling. I think so too. Yes. He had to have known them people because ain't no way. I'm telling you, you cannot go into these dealerships and say you somebody, and then your paperwork don't add up to who you say you are. Now he went and got that truck, and that truck was supposed to be in Shirley's name, and Shirley wasn't nowhere around when the truck was purchased. How is that possible? What Shirley need to do when I would sue that dealership if I was her, but I know she ain't thinking about that right now. But that dealership needs to be looked at. Shirley said she ain't know nothing about getting that truck. She ain't signed nothing. She ain't fill no paperwork out. How is that possible? Y'all know how it is when you go get a car. I was down there all day trying to get my little truck. Them folk had me bring all kind of stuff. They ain't call them people at the job. They ain't call all my references. Now they'll let you take it. But they'll let you take it. But you damn sure believe if something ain't right, they gonna call you a couple of days later and say, look, we need some more paperwork. And sure enough, they call me. They say, look, your names are different. When I tell you that man kept calling me about that dog on marriage license, I had to call another county and find out how to get it. They sent it to me online. I had to pay $10 because I ain't had a shit no more. I ain't had a marriage license. I tore that shit up. I had to pay $10 to get a copy of my marriage license in order for them to complete out my loan for my truck. So I don't know what Nesto went down there and told them folks, but it was some shady shit going on when he got that truck. Sonya told him to tell everything. I think it might be too late for that evening. She was invited. Yeah, I think it might be too late too. Yeah. He said, yeah, he knows me. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm saying, y'all. He had to have known that man. And I was like, when Shirley was testifying and just listening, that lady said she know nothing. So Nesto allegedly had to know them people at that dealership. And that dealership is a black dealership. It's on that side of town. And that's what them folk do. They known to do stuff. That's what them folk do, allegedly, from what I heard. And if you from around this area, you just know about certain, well, don't go get no car from there because they did. So you can go there, and man, they'll work numbers. You know how people talk about certain businesses. And that's the knew them people over there. And they let him come in there and get something in Shirley's name without her knowing. And she's still paying for the truck, y'all. She's still paying for the truck. That right there would piss me off. That would make me want to sue them even more. That would make me want to sue the car dealership even more. So they gonna bring all that out. They're gonna bring all that out because that's some shady stuff. But she came in there and did her big one. That was all that was needed. So now Hoover tried to do what he could with that. I don't know what his next move gonna be, but I don't really think he can do too much for him. It's just I think that we know that he probably gonna do time. Now we just trying to see how much time he gonna do because that alone right there, and then the bigamy. So he got a lot of stuff. So I think the trial probably gonna be a few days. It's definitely gonna be a few days because he got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff gonna come out. The only thing where I'm really like, is the women that kept giving Nesto his money, giving Nesto their money. That's why I'm like, Melanie and Gail. Now come on now, y'all. What was Nesto saying to them women? Why did they keep giving that man their money like that? You give me your car, I'm gonna try to sell it. And then she find out another woman in the car, allegedly. The car he was supposed to sell for her, he ain't gave it to another woman. Come on now. Come on now, y'all. We gotta do better. Creepy they had. Yeah, they gotta take ownership. That's call me darling. That's the only now don't get me wrong. Nesto is a low down dirty piece of shit. He is. Just for what he did to Shirley. But them women, now I don't know if they gonna y'all think they gonna testify because I want to hear that. I just want to hear the logic. I just want to hear their logic. Maybe they was going through a crisis or something. Maybe they was having a traumatic event that caused them not to think logically and to keep them on this cycle of giving him their money, and their credit cards. I just want to hear what they're gonna say. Because maybe it's a reason behind it because we don't know, right? But I'm looking at them side eye. Now I don't uphold, wrong is wrong and right is right. I don't care who you is. But them women, they need to take accountability of that. Because at some point they needed to say, like me with Trucker Babe, like, nigga, please. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. Okay? At some point, you got to see it for what it is. Okay? At some point, you got to be like, nigga, please. You better get the hell up on out of here for you get effed up. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on. I don't know. It's the same. Yeah. Yeah. Tender swindler. Yes. It's the same thing. And you know what, y'all? I be want to know what somebody needs to do like a psychological study on women who what they be thinking. I think it goes, maybe with prior relationships, like with their parents, to make you want to continue to give things to people so you can be attached to them and feel needed and loved and wanted. When people try to use me, it make me mad. I be want to fight. I literally be want to fight when I think somebody trying to take advantage of me. I be want to break out fighting because that makes me feel like you insulting my intelligence. What would make you think I would give you my hard-earned money, my money that I work for? Hell, what you gonna give me? That's what they should have did. They should have flipped it and said, why don't you give me some money? Where your credit card at? Nesto, can you give me your credit card? You meet a man at Starbucks. He walk up to you, and I'm always sitting at Starbucks. A man walk up to me and say, hey, I see you working on your business. I can help you take it to the next level. My response would be, hey, I can help you take your business to the next level. I have a service for $1,200 that I can help you take your business to the next level. Let's talk about, I flip that shit. I be trying to get money. By the time we get through talking, he been in booked so many services with me and gave me his credit card information. Get out of here. Get out of here. I ain't had no. Yes, it's good. Yes. Baby, we got to learn how to flip it. We got to learn how to flip it. Yes, we got to learn how to flip it. Like when we get them calls and they be talking about, can I have your bank? I'll be like, can you send me $500? I'm looking for you. Can you send me $1,000 to me, to my cash app? Can you send me some money? Can you send it? I flip it. You gotta know how to flip that shit. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna be sitting out nowhere and I let a man just walk up to me randomly off the street. Randomly off the street. Like I was sitting one time in the bookstore and I had this man walk up to me. He saw me with my laptop. He sat down at the table with me. I was at Barnes and Noble. I was like, yeah, you can sit across from me. And he started talking. I'm thinking to myself, why don't he just shut up? So I put my earplugs in and he still was talking. He was like, so what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. And I said, look, you know what? I'm not trying to be rude, but I really need to finish working on what I'm working on. Because I saw where he was going. The minute a man asks you what you do and where you work at, that's a red flag. Because a real man don't care nothing about what you do and where you work at. That men like that only want to know because they want to see, they want to count your money. They want to get in your pocket. It's a motive behind it. It's a motive behind it. So that's a red flag right there. So I don't know what them women, and those wasn't young women. Yeah. I'm disgusted as soon as a man asks anything about money and my income. Yeah. That's a turnoff. And those women weren't young women. What did Natasha say? Melanie business was Mary Kay. And she, Natasha, Natasha, now, you know them Mary Kay ladies get them pink Cadillacs now. You know you could. Natasha, 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 but if you work hard with that Mary Kay, you can come up though. Them ladies, so they come up. You know what? I used to see them pink Cadillacs riding around all the time. I don't see them no more. Every now and then, I don't see the pink Cadillacs no more. But yeah, I'm just tell you, man. I just got yes. I mean, her business was Mary Kay. Melanie said she had a Mary Kay business. He was gonna try to take her business to the next level. You give me so much money. Anytime somebody say you give me so much, I mean, y'all, Atlanta is you can be in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I've heard of people trying to get scammed. They have people who watch you while like y'all be careful. That's why when I'm out, I keep my head on a swivel. Especially in Atlanta, they will catch you shopping, catch you off guard, and walk up to you. Hey, you want to buy this? Or hey, I got this, and if you give me this, I can get you this. Pulling stuff. They, selling perfume, selling purses, and they distract you, and then somebody else come up behind you and try to rob you. You really got to be careful, especially around the holiday time. So anytime somebody walk up to me, no thank you, I'm instantly saying no thank you. I ain't get back. Don't walk up. I literally would say don't walk up on me. When I see them coming towards me, ma'am, don't walk up on me. And I say it loud so other people can hear me. Don't walk up on me. Get back. I'm not interested. And one man said, "But damn, you ain't gotta do all that." I don't even let them walk up on me. Don't even come around in my space. So I just don't know what those women was thinking. I know, a lot of women think that Nesta was attractive, to some women. And she's sitting down working on her Mary Kay. It's a nice sunny day. She's sitting at Starbucks. The vibe is right. She probably was looking cute. Nesto session in there, with his black sweatpants on, his armor gear black tee on, and he shaved, clean cut, well groomed off of Shirley money. She look up and see him. Oh, child. Same here. And was yes, Deuce will say yes. Yes, honey. Don't walk up on me. Don't walk up on me. New York. Yeah, yes. Don't walk up on me. They catch you off guard because when you shopping and stuff, you looking like I'm. No, one time I was looking at candles. I was looking at some, and a lady walked up on me, and now they're using women, and I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not interested. No, I'm good. Are you? I'm good. Get back. I'm good. Nowadays, you just can't be. You just gotta be on your guard because people. The economy is bad, people are desperate, and you just gotta keep your head on a swivel and be, conscious of what's going on around you, not be caught up in the moment. I don't care if it's daylight or whatever. You just got to really pay attention to your surroundings because there are people out there looking, she ain't paying attention or she easy prey. There are people out there looking to prey on you, and they're using women to do it. You know what I'm saying? They're using women to do it. Men are using women to prey on other women. And just because a woman walk up to you and she seem like ma'am, I can't help you. I can't help you. I ain't finna go in my purse to pull no money. And who carry cash around like that all the time anyway? I ain't got no money. Like me and Smith was coming out of Dollar Tree. Little boy ran before we could even get out my truck good. He running up to us talking about selling some candy for football camp. I said, baby, no, 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 sir. No, you just can't walk up to people like that. Mm-mm. No, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Yes. And it's just sad. Nesto isn't my cup of tea, but he's decent looking. He a decent looking man, and I'm sure when he's cleaned up, yeah. And that women just was excited. Now they say that. Yeah, they had cash out. And then the water boys here, yep. 80-year-old one women getting pickpocketed. Yes, it's just a lot going on, Natasha. A lot of scammers. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Trucker Bay, baby. But here's the thing about Trucker Bay, y'all. He was a different type of scammer. He was a scammer. I don't know. He was the plot of his scam was, well, if I spend money on her, because he spent a lot of money on me, took me a lot of places. If I spend money on her, sure I got money, then maybe she'll give me money. I guess that was his method of scamming. I guess that was his method of scamming. And Dion Salt Bay, you killed me talking about the sister was Erica Kine. Y'all, if y'all hadn't heard the story of Trucker Bay, I told the whole story of how I thought Trucker Bay was Nesto 2.0. Join my Patreon. Go over to my Patreon. We spent 4 hours over there last Saturday, and I told them the whole story. But y'all, that right there. But I was asking him for money. And he gave me money. So I don't know what his style of scamming was or what his method of scamming was, but I truly believe that when the situation with the gas and the truck, I truly believe that was a scam. I believe him and his sister was in on it, and I told him that I thought he was a scammer. I told him I thought he was a scammer. Now, do I think that he was trying to move in with me? Absolutely. Because he doesn't have a place to live. Trucker Bay was definitely trying to move in. No doubt about it. No doubt. That I know for sure. That I know for sure. And we talked about it over on my Patreon. We went in all in depth. And one of my Patreon subscribers over there, they gave some good insight on what they thought. Dion Salt Bay, you gave some good insight too on what you thought too. So we talked about that over there. But that's what I'm talking about, y'all. You gotta be careful out here dating. That's why I'm on a break. I'm on a reset break. That really didn't that really didn't scare me, Trucker Bay. It's the guy that tried to abduct me at the mall that scared me. Now that scared me. Can you imagine being 60? I'm 60. Well, I'm 59, y'all, and somebody trying to trick me out at 60? I lived all these years and never experienced anything like that in my whole entire being. Now that shit scared me. And that right there said, you need to sit your little ass down somewhere. That scared me, y'all. And y'all know I'm a gangster. Don't too much scare me, but it did. That scared me. That scared me. The Tingless Swindler spent money. Okay. Okay, so he spent money too before he scammed them. Okay. When they are desperate to come up. Yes. Yes, call me darling. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that was his method. So I guess there's different methods to scamming women. You know, the ones now, do y'all think Nesto spent money on these women? Do y'all think Nesto spent money on these women? What do y'all think? Because Trucker Bay scam was to spend money. He spent money, spending money, showed money. I talked about it on Patreon. How he was show the money, and coming from both wides. I'm telling y'all, he was spending money. Okay, taking me to Sprouts shopping. He was spending money. So do y'all think Nesto spent money too? Let me see what y'all saying. Do y'all think he was spending Nesto or spend? Okay, no, you don't think he was. Okay, that's the only, and that's kind of what threw me off. I was like, well, he's spending money, but then you turn around and ask me to send you money, and so that what kind of threw me off. But what really ended it for me was when he was trying to stay with me, and hell no, and that was it. That was the last straw. But that right there, I kind of, I could handle that. But y'all, when that man, when I went on met that man at the mall for that date, And that joker said, I will buy you anything in this store and I will continue to buy you. You want them shoes? I'll never forget them shoes. Them Gucci shoes. They were $15.95, $1,595. He said, come here, sit down. He said, look, you want them shoes? I will get them for you. Even swap swindler. Even swap swindler. Ain't that how they say it? And I will get you anything else you want from here on out. Follow me back to my place. I said, Lord, in all my days, I ain't never been approached like this. Man, you talking about somebody took their little ass out of that mall. Baby, baby, you'll never. Who? No, ma'am. So, y'all, now that scared me. And that right there was a lesson learned. I learned a lesson from that. I was like, you know what? Lord, I hear you. I hear you, ancestors. I hear you. Sometimes you gotta listen, y'all. You gotta listen to whoever you serve, the universe or the higher being, whoever you serve. Sometimes they will send you signs. And this is what my platform is all about: us being in tune with ourselves, loving ourselves, putting ourselves first, using our voice, finding our happy. So I was in tune with myself, listening to something said, Felicia, you need to sit your little ass down. Yep. So that's what I'm doing, child. Do you think he has a way of making you feel special? Who knew he didn't spend anything on Sonya? He bumped her. Yeah, he had to have I think he definitely love bombed. And Trucker Bay love bombed too. He love bombed too. But he was spending money. Now Nesto, I don't know if Nesto was love bombing Sonya, but Sonya had been kicking it with Nesto. Remember, she talked about being in the RV or she was actually driving when he went to sleep. And I don't know. Did you think he took Sonya out on dates? I don't think they went nowhere because you remember the call when she was asking him what you like to do. Do you like to go to the movies? Do you like to this? Do you like to that? So I just think she was just hooking up with him in that RV or that bus. To be honest, I don't think they really did nothing together. Nesto just appeared to have money. He didn't spend it. Okay. 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 See, and I guess that's just different schemes the way they do, because Trucker Bay led with his money. He from the first date. I talked about it on my Patreon. The first date, what he did and everything. He led with money. So I don't know if the scheme is different. They have a different way of scheming, or or what it is. And then he also led with, like, he was jealous. He had a lot of twists and turns to it. And if I would have been weak minded and desperate, child, I probably wouldn't even been talking to y'all right now. He probably be in here living with me. Yep. I probably wouldn't even been talking to y'all right now. So that was just signs, just red flags. Dating is easy. Ignoring the red flags is hard. Dating is easy. Ignoring the red flags is hard. You know? So you gotta really look at the red flags and be like, no. And that's what I don't understand about Melanie. What in the world was Melanie thinking, y'all? You know what I'm saying? As a single woman, I'm just trying to, as a single woman dating, and I have been sitting at Starbucks working on my business. I'm Mary Kay. Now, is that wrong with Mary Kay? Natasha. But I have been Mary Kay at Starbucks, at Barnes and Noble, at a coffee shop, sitting outside, working on my business, and out of blue, a man just walks up and starts talking to me. And you're thinking like, oh, he's flirting with me. I'm single. I want companion. As a single woman, you have to kind of, I'm thinking, that could have been me. That could have been any single woman. But you have to have the intellect and the and withal to know bullshit when you see bullshit or hear bullshit. And didn't Nesto have his ring on? That's another question. Was he wearing a ring and he walked up to this woman? And I think he was. I think Melanie knew he was married. They both knew he was married, right? If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. His sis. Okay. Hey, Jay. We talking about Melanie now. I think they did drive. Okay. Miami. Okay, they drove from Miami to Atlanta, right? Okay. That's all they did. So they really didn't go out on no dates. Okay, so I need to know. They could have been any of us. Yes. Yes, Natasha. And that's the way I'm trying to look at it. I'm trying to get Melanie. And what was the other one's name? Melanie and the other one. I'm trying to get the two ladies benefits of the doubt. As us being single women, we're all out. And like I said, I have been sitting at a coffee shop or somewhere out working, and see men, and but if a man walks up to me and he has on a wedding ring, or even if I see a ring print on that hand and that finger, it's absolutely no for me. As a matter of fact, I'm offended. How dare you approach me and you're married? What type of woman do you think I am? I'm classy. I have morals and standards. How dare you? I'm classy based. So that right there would have been a turn off. So he wouldn't even had an opportunity to say nothing to me. But I'm guarantee you that he had on his ring because he led with Shirley. That's how he got the. Well, I know somebody that's high profile and that has connections. I'm married to Shirley Strawberry, and I can get you into here, and I can open up this door. All you got to do is give me $1,000. That right there alone. Yeah, none. Yes. They got no benefit. Yeah, none. Right? How many times? And he ain't like, look, yes. Yes. So I'm like, how how did she get past the ring? Nesto had on his wedding ring. So she just overlooked the ring and started talking because she thought he was attractive. And she got. And those women need to be held accountable for that. I'm sorry. Nesto and done some shit. But that right there. So why, like my good sister was saying, why did y'all keep on giving them money? Why did you keep giving this man your money? Because y'all, we are what? What do I say all the time? What I say, our loneliness is louder than our peace. So your peace has been all shook up. And you ain't lost money because you ain't want to be by yourself. You should have just continued to work on your married kid that Starbucks and told Nesto to get his ass on. Man, get on from here. You married. Where your wife at? I'll never forget, y'all, when I first got divorced and I changed my status on my Facebook page to single. I had this one man that was in my inbox. I knew he was married. He knew he was married. Everybody else knew he was married. When I tell you this one man pursued me, pursued me, pursued me, I told him, I said, look, I do not deal with married men. I said, that's the lowest thing a woman could do to another woman is to mess with her husband. I say, you are wrong. You are a piece of shit. I said, and how do you think your wife will feel? How do your wife feels about this? I don't know how she feel. I don't know. You have to ask her that. I said, I tell you what, I'm gonna block you. I say, and if I was uh, the type of woman to reach out to your wife, but I wouldn't do that to a woman. She said, I said, well, but what I am gonna do, I'm gonna block you from seeing anything on my page. I said, and I said, you need to get your shit together. I said, how dare you do that to your wife? How dare you? I said, nothing good is going to come to you for being disrespectful, disrespecting the covenant of marriage and your wife. I blocked that man. That's terrible to do that. Knowing that, knowing that I know he married. His status says he's married on his Facebook page, but he's still pursuing me. So for them women to know that Nesta was married and still go along with this bullshit, that is crazy. And not married to just one person, but allegedly to two more people. Man, nah, no, I went to a 50th birthday party last weekend. Like God, that's normally married. Yeah, what was there and all of his single glory? He was acting up, and women was up in his face. Next day, he's posting pics. Yeah, what men do that? Men do that, but as women, that's why I say we control that. As women, if we would stop letting men be disrespectful and say, "Hey, I don't mess with no man. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody's husband." I want nobody's husband. You talking about some doom, some gloom, some bad karma, some all. I've seen it, y'all. I've seen women mess with other people's husbands and brag about it for years. Some of them are no longer with us. Some of them got karma back that was so bad it affected their health. I've seen it. That's something you don't want to deal with. You don't want to deal with the covenant. You don't want to go in between that the covenant of marriage. I don't care if the man tell you they separated, things ain't going good. Leave that alone. Wait till that man is divorced, and if he want to be with you, he'll move the right way to be with you. But I don't know what them women was thinking, y'all. I don't know, and I hope they get on the stand and testify. I hope they call because I just want to hear their story. I know they have their story. Maybe we ain't got it all. Maybe they got another story. Maybe they were going through something and they wasn't thinking logically, and that's why they gave Nesto all their money. I don't know. I'm not judging the women, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You won't be blessed. No, you won't playing games. Yeah, I don't want. And then what make you think that man won't do you the same way? What make you think you any different? Perfect example. Sherelle and Ocho Cinco. You got a man that got 8 kids by 7 different women. Married Evelyn. He didn't have any children by her. If it quack like a duck, it is a duck. Sherelle gets in this man DM, bragging and boasting. So, ladies, sometimes you just got to get in a DM. You just got to get in a DM. Chad is a perfect example of a man that's not going to be committed to one woman. Some men are just like that, y'all. And when y'all see men like that, leave them alone. Chad got him another young lady on his arm. She looked like she every bit of 23. She in her early 20s for sure. She looked like it. But Sherelle thought she was different. Sherelle was driving 4, 5 hours in the middle of the night to go see Chad. Chad said it. That's how I know. I heard him say it. Chad said Sherelle was thirsty. He said it jokingly, but you know what you say sometimes jokingly, you mean every bit of it. Sherelle was driving to see Chad. She thought she was the one. Oh, baby, they merged their families. They talking about getting married. Chad cheat on her. She talking about they need a break. Chad and went on and got him another one. Yeah, we got to know our self-worth. We're no different from the next woman. It's not us. It's the man. You can't change who he is. I don't care how good you think your wet is and how tight you think it is. Some men are just not going to be committed. That's just not who they are. And I appreciate that more so. When a man say, look, I ain't really, I don't want to get married. I ain't really trying to settle now. I ain't okay. Stand in your truth. And then as a woman, you have to make that decision of putting yourself first. This ain't where I want to be married. I don't want what you want. So I'm going to back off and leave you alone. But we cannot get mad at a man when he show us who he is. What? 7 times? Chad has shown us who he is. Over and over again. Now, if this young lady gets pregnant, it's going to be the same cycle. It seems like that when they get pregnant, he move on. So we have got to put ourselves first. And that's all I'm saying. We have got to put ourselves first. We really do. We see, we definitely have to listen to all sides of this. Yes, Nesto case. I enjoy listening to the calls and trolling, but we are getting one side. I do not think he's innocent, but I'm keeping an open mind. Call me darling. Evelyn. Okay, call me darling. I don't know. Nesto made it seem like it was about business. In the beginning, later it would flip. He was screwing them women, honey. You want to be? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna keep an open mind, and because I want to hear their side of the story. Because these were mature women. These women were what, in their late 40s, 50s. These were mature women. These were no young girls. Okay. So we're gonna keep an open mind. We're gonna hear both sides of the story. I want to hear both sides of the story. I want to see exactly, their take on it, because I just can't believe that one time you got me, but over and over again, and then you trust somebody that you don't know with your car to sell it when you can do that shit yourself. What was he saying to them? And we know he wasn't hitting on nothing because we know what he had in his backpack. So it couldn't have been a sex. And who getting strung out over some good ping ping at our age? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Call me that. What? Natasha, he did? No. Really? Oh, hell no. So y'all think he was violent? I didn't hear that part, Natasha. So it was Evelyn. Oh, you talking about Chad. Yeah, he did. You talking about Chad. He did. He did. He had buddy Evelyn. Evelyn left his ass alone because he was cheating on her. He was cheating on Evelyn. And Evelyn left his ass alone. She said that wasn't the first time he had got physical with her. But Evelyn left Chad alone. Evelyn wasn't playing them games. And I think Evelyn is the one he really loves. But yeah, Evelyn left them alone. But Chad is for the streets. Chad for everybody. And them women, they need to be really careful with Chad with their physical health. Because Chad be sticking that ping ping everywhere, baby. He be spreading it wide and busting it low. He be slinging that thing everywhere. And they say he blessed down there too. They say he blessed down there too. And Chad be swinging that thing everywhere. You hear me? And we gotta, man. So Sherelle ain't gone on, she ain't gone on, but it's just, I think as women, we just need to take time and get our mental state and our emotional state together, and not keep being got by these men, And it's a lot of examples in this Nesto story for us to learn from. Because when I heard him, I hadn't really listened to the story about the two women Nesto got, but I listened to the story. I think Nyla had it on her channel a couple of times, and I listened. I was like, and I had to play it twice. I was like, they let him do what? Mush mouth? When that mush mouth would have opened up his mouth, started talking to me, and then using Shirley as bait. So yeah, Nesto he gonna have to pay the price for that. He gonna have to pay the price. Yeah, he gonna have to pay the price for that, y'all. But I just wanted to jump on it and talk to y'all about a slow Sunday and do some little chit chatting with y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I'm gonna get up from here, do my skincare, get myself together, and see what I want to do for the rest of the day. But I'll see y'all. Probably do our little lunchtime live this week, and see what's going on this week in these YouTube streets. Let me see. So that's why he's trying to keep his mind open. The way prosecutors made him seem like he's on the animal insane. I changed my thoughts on how they move. That's why I'm keeping. Okay, so that's why you keeping an open mind. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's nothing. That's the story for us to learn. Exactly. Learn not to be like them women. Yes. I think, well, you can some people say they keeping an open mind. Like I was listening, I went back to listen to Real Talk Bougie's live when Joy was on there. Sounds like he's keeping an open mind too. Sound like a lot of people trying to keep an open mind on this Nesto thing. But one thing for sure and one thing for certain, Nesto was a piece of shit, and we can all agree to that. Just for the way he did Shirley, you know he was a piece of shit. He really was. And then he was moving that way to get Shirley the things that she wanted, like the G-Wagon and the ring. He was scamming other women to keep himself in a good place with Shirley so he can continue to live off of Shirley. Y'all, we say Nesto a little slow, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Joy got a crush on Sonya. The time you think Joey got a crush, that's what it is. Cause he never says nothing bad about Sonya. He always like gives Sonya grace. Well, he said he thinks something wrong with Sonya. You think that's what it is, Natasha? He got a crush on her. Could be. Could be, Natasha. Could be, child. I don't know. I don't know. Sonya need to go take care of herself. Sonya need to get out of that RV. I don't know if she can go back with her daughter. And then she got the baby in the RV. She got the baby in the RV. Sonya need to go on back. Sonya need to go on back and get her little apartment. Cause Sonya need to take care of herself. And I think she's realizing the depth of her illness and her sickness. And she was like, well, I just gotta remember when I was doing good, the good times. It's like she's giving up. She need to go on, get her a little place and get out of that tin can. Joy do be defending Sonya, but He makes some good points. He does. He makes some good points. He does. Pam Esquire. Let's see. Always encourage us to keep. Yeah, she does too. But Pam is a defense attorney too, y'all. You got to realize that Pam, right? Pam is a defense attorney. So she's going to always say innocent until proven guilty, which we all say they all are innocent. But God, dog, come on now. Come on now. I think that everybody that follows this Nesto saga, we're pretty intelligent, and we can see through this. Stevie Wonder can see through this. Okay, it don't take no rocket scientist to see through this bullshit. But you know, I think that Sonya hurted the case more than anything. I think that really Nesto was already in some shit, but when you added the factor of Sonya onto it, and I get it, he ain't had nobody to talk to. You know, Sonya was his only option because wasn't nobody really messing with him. But Sonya kept talking and talking and talking. And the more she talked, the more the people would listen, the prosecutors, everybody was listening, and it hurted his case. He should have stopped talking. And the YouTube streets was trying to tell him, shut up. You talking too much. Dion, daddy. She gonna baptize you. Shut up. He even did an interview with him, Sonya, and Sylvia. Shut up. You talking too much. Shut up. But one thing out of all the phone calls, the ones with Shirley, I don't know if Shirley knew that it could possibly get to this point, but her calls were so poised. Even when they were talking about the truck, oh, okay. It was always like she didn't know. But then when it got to the end, when she got tired of them, it was almost like, okay, we need for you to say this and say that when you're on the phone calls. And once we get what we get, then you cuss his ass out. You can tell his ass to kick rocks. I don't know. It was just something about the level of Shirley calls, how they started off. You know, I'm praying for you, Joe. And honey, I don't know what they're doing, honey. They want me to come down there, honey. And I'm not gonna do it, honey. And we're just gonna keep the faith, honey. I don't know why they're doing this to you, honey. And then they just elevated. I'm not doing that, and I don't have any more money. And you're not gonna do nothing. You know, it started off real sweet, and then it got aggressive. And I'm just wondering, you know, why did it change like that? It was almost like she knew something was gonna happen, or I don't know. I don't know. That's just my theory behind it. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, Ponytail did that. Yeah, she did that. She did that. So, and she thought she was helping him. She thought she was really helping him. And another thing, that Ponytail has been all in Shirley's business. She has been all in her mix, trying to help him with that truck situation. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And unfortunately, I don't think it's over with. I think Shirley is going to be back in court. Unfortunately, I think, you know, Shirley, they're going to call Shirley back at some point because Nesto is a narcissist. And we know when they get mad, baby, it's on and popping. So he probably saying all kind of stuff about Shirley, and Hoover is going to bring Shirley on the stand. And I'm just praying Shirley can keep that same poise and class and demeanor that she had when she went down there for the motion. Because they're gonna call her back. Cause Nesto talking all kind of shit. Cause he pissed. Y'all heard him in court say, what? Y'all heard him. He ain't got no more control. And we know that narcissists love to have control. And he ain't got no more control over Shirley. He can't control her. She's over it. So they're gonna call her back. So we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. I think that it's gonna be a long ride to get to the end of this. And unfortunately, I think Shirley is gonna be looped into this. I don't I wish Wooten would call Sonya to the stand, because Sonya seems to know a lot. And I wish Wooten would call her little ass to the stand. I wish somebody would get her up there. Somebody said they think that's why she left, because they think that she might be called. Her girls were informing her that Nesto was cheating. Yes. At the end, that's what it was. That's why she changed. That's why I thought she was okay for the longest time. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So she found out he was cheating. They were telling her through the calls, Mississippi Monica, and they were telling her through the calls, that he was cheating, and it got back to her, and her whole demeanor changed. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I just hate that lady 71, and she got to be in this mess. She should be somewhere out like Gail and Oprah, honey, enjoying her life. But she looks good. God will preserve you, and He will carry you through. And she's a praying woman, and I think this God is keeping her. He is keeping her. He is really keeping her. And yeah, sometimes it's just best to keep your peace. She wanted to be. She, like she said on the letter. She didn't think somebody could do those type of things. But people do. People do. So I will be at the trial. Um, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with these, and he's been indicted on 2 more accounts, and that's all gonna get some time, and that's just my opinion. That's definitely gonna get some time, and we gonna see, But I'll talk to y'all later. I might see y'all over on Patreon this week for some more story times. I still got part 2 of the X story time. So, but I see y'all later. Have a great Sunday, and we'll talk later. Make sure y'all share the live. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.